Hi everyone, welcome to our introducing Command Control webinar. So today we're going to take a look at Command Control. I've got a couple of slides to go through, but what we really want to show you is the power of Command Control. So we're going to go through a detailed demo of the 4 key innovations of Command Control and a few other bits and pieces as well. So let's get started. So just briefly, let's look at, just in case you're not aware of what we do here at Liquidware. So Liquidware, we're all about digital workspace management. And we used to have 3 solutions. Well, we now have 4, and that's what the focus is of this webinar. It is all about our new solution, Command Control. But let's just briefly look at what else Liquidware does. So as you can see from the diagram, we do user environment management. And we do this through our solution Profile Unity, which gives you a very full-featured user management tool. Then we look at application portability. We have FlexApp. FlexApp is an advanced app layering solution that integrates with our Profile Unity solution. And also within FlexApp, we have what are called FlexApp ones, which give the ability to do self-contained applications that you can push to, standalone physical endpoints, as well as kind of VDI platforms and DAS platforms. So then, if we look at, we have our digital experience monitoring and diagnostics, and this is where Stratosphere UX comes. It's a really sophisticated digital experience monitoring and diagnostics solution that looks at the whole life cycle. So Stratosphere is very much focused on that detailed diagnostics, looking at, say, a use case like for the next couple of years, how many of my Windows estate can I keep, or do I need to upgrade or replace? Stratosphere can give you all of that detailed information and help with those use cases. It can also do it for applications and as I said, all that kind of thing. So then if we look next at real-time remediation, this is where Command Control comes in. Command Control is fully focused on real-time, whether it be metrics, diagnostics, or remediation. It was kind of born out of the whole kind of work from anywhere movement. And we needed something that, all our customers have been asking us for some sort of solution to be able to do real-time remediation on all of these remote endpoints. And this is what Command Control is. So as I said, we're going to take a look really at the 4 key innovations of the solution, and then we're going to have a demo of the solution. So let's get stuck in. So let's just start with what it is. As I said, it's a real-time remediation solution that allows you to manage, not just Windows, but Mac OS workspaces anywhere. It has this lightweight agent which goes on the endpoint. All of the telemetry, data, and metrics are sent to the console, which is cloud-based. So it's a SaaS solution. So, you've got no issues with scalability, or demand, and that kind of thing. It's a very low-touch SaaS console that, doesn't have extensive ramp-up in terms of training or complexity. So we launched Command Control. We launched Command Control at VMware Explore in Las Vegas. And we were very lucky to be selected as a finalist by the Best in Show Awards by TechTarget in the category of multi-cloud and app modernization. We literally launched this product on the Monday of the show, and we got this award on the final day of the show. So that was only 4 days later. So we had lots of interest while at the show. We demoed it for lots of customers and partners, and they were really impressed by it. So we're just sharing that knowledge further today by giving you an overview of Command Control. So if I want to look at the features, obviously I've mentioned real-time. So we've got real-time metrics, real-time remediation, real-time diagnostics. So with metrics, we've got all the usual CPU, GPU, RAM, disk, processors, services, internet. We've got all the real-time remediation around actions, triggers, alarms. You can stop and start or disable or even remove services. Then we have diagnostics like speed test, ping, traceroute. We support full RBAC, so you can assign what level people have access to the solution. We have, I'm going to go into the innovations in a couple of minutes now, but you have the likes of our command control switch, DVR like playback. We can support multi-tenancy. We have a scripting command prompt, and we have a script store as well. And I'm going to show you both of those because they're very useful and very powerful. We've ChatGPT integration, and we have a whole dashboard view, which gives you a glance of your entire Windows environment. So let's look at our innovations. So as I said, we have DVR-like playback mode. So this captures up to 7 days of history of metrics. And you can see what occurred in the environment at specific dates and times. So it's really useful in the troubleshooting process and can really help in reducing that whole time to resolution. Command control switch is a really interesting innovation. So what it does is it enables administrators to seamlessly switch between two desktops, the local and the cloud-based desktop. So what it does is it immediately makes the connection. So you have that end-to-end look at both areas where you may have issues. So you're associating the local desktop and the cloud desktop straight away. So it just, again, helps speed up that whole troubleshooting process. Then if we look at our ChatGPT integration for process identification. So what we've got is, if you're looking at a specific issue around a process that you're unsure of, essentially what you can do is, instead of doing manual searches, you can you can just click on the ChatGPT icon beside the process. It immediately gives you a detailed information on that process, be it the name, the location, and a detailed view of the manufacturer, what it does, etc. And then to finish, we have protocol mirroring. So what this does is it gives you the metrics for the cloud desktop, but the display metrics from the cloud desktop are overlaid on the local endpoint. And again, it's giving you that end-to-end visibility to aid that whole troubleshooting process. So in terms of command control, we have two different editions. So we have Command Control Community Edition, which is completely free. You can go download it yourself today. You'll receive a link to it. It's cc.liquidware.com. You can immediately sign up for our Community Edition. You can use it to manage 5 machines, whether that be in your home lab or if that's with your family, your parents, your grandparents, brother or sister. You have all of the features. The only limitation really is around the DVR, whereas you're limited to 24 hours of DVR. Then with the main version of Command Control, it's 7 days of DVR history. So, I spoke earlier about we have Stratosphere UX and how Command Control and Stratosphere UX are very much complementary solutions. So as I said, your detailed diagnostics information and kind of that trending data, that comes from Stratosphere, whereas, Command Control very much focused on the real time, getting things fixed. But if you think about a particular use case, say, for example, you have an issue with a particular driver that you've kind of say is the driver process is using too much CPU or RAM. Well, what you can do is you can identify that in, say, 1 or 2 machines, utilizing and remedy it in using Command Control. You could then look across your estate with Stratosphere and see, do you still have that same driver issue, say, across 1,000 endpoints? And you can do that kind of detailed analysis. And then you can determine that, you can take action proactively and you can push out a patch to fix that before it's even arisen as an issue that requires Command Control. So you can see how the two solutions are very much complementary to each other. So as I said, Stratosphere, really broad and deep telemetry, infrastructure level forensic diagnostics, lots and lots of data. Command control, on the other hand, real-time metrics, real-time remediation, scripts, DVR playback. So they do complement each other in giving you that kind of full solution for all kind of situations you may encounter. So just if we look briefly at the benefits of Command Control. So as we said, supports all Windows and Mac OS workspaces, physical, virtual, or cloud, standalone, server-based. It's very easy to get up and running. You go through the installation process for the agent. You put in a tenant ID. The agent connects through to the tenant, which is your own specific tenant. And that's it. It starts pushing the telemetry from the agent to the console. So, as I said, there's no training to ramp up, no expensive infrastructure to set up. You've got Switch, which toggles between VMs and endpoints. We've got our built-in scripts, you can write your own scripts. We've got actions, alarms, and triggers. Everything you need to proactively anticipate problems. So as I said, this is just kind of an overview of some of the metrics which we capture, which, the likes of everything you would expect. Obviously, because we're focused on work from anywhere, we capture all the kind of data around your ISP and your internet connection, etc. So this is just some of the feedback we received during our beta program. So this is around one of our customers. Essentially, he's not involved in the help desk, but the help desk relay information to him, and he said that what Command Control can help with is to rule out that kind of assumptions or speculations that may come from the help desk and give him more accurate information to be able to ultimately resolve the issue. And if we look at another customer, they were having a real problem with CPU and memory in virtual sessions. And they were able to utilize the real-time metrics from Command Control and pinpoint what was causing that issue. And then they feel going forward, this would be it would be a fantastic solution for their help desk personnel. So let's switch to the demo. So I will just switch over here. So what you have here just is we start with if we start with our machines view. So this gives you an overview of all the machines in your environment. This tells you that the machine is licensed. It tells you the name of the machine. It tells you the agent version and when it was last seen in the console. So to start with, I'm going to look at this machine here. So it's just pulling in the data. So you can see here, if we look at the system properties, it's got the host name, domain, boot time, processor, what platform it's running, the manufacturer, all of that kind of information. But if I click here on hardware information, so it tells me what the machine is, and then it has the processor listed. But if I just click on this down arrow, it gives me the load on each of the individual processors, and it also gives me the CPU core temp on each of those cores. So you can see you can get really detailed information in a very short space of time. Just straight away, I've been able to gather that data. So just close out of that. So as I said, one of the major innovations was Command Control Switch. So as you can see here, we have our display protocol. So for this machine, it has there is a local machine connected over RDP to our machine here. As you can see here, the display protocol, it says it's RDP. So I'm on this machine, but I'd like to see what's going on the endpoint. So straight away, if I just click on that, what it's going to do is it's going to open another window, and it's going to start pulling in the data for this endpoint. And you can see straight away, so what it has done here, and this is what we call protocol mirroring, it's pulled in the display protocol information from our, say, our cloud hosted machine, and then it's, so you're able to see and create that association between the two. And as I said, that was the first thing it pulled in, and then it pulled in all of the metrics for that particular endpoint. So if I want to stick with this machine, and then if I want to have a look at the history, so if I click on view real time, so here you can see I've got a list of dates. If I go here, I can specify other dates, but let's have a look. So what it's telling me here is there were several RAM incidents on Monday the 25th. So I can click on that, and it can tell me, oh, you can see there is a CPU as well. So if I click on that, so straight away the metrics change, and it tells me what was going on and at that particular time. And then what I can do is I can simply pull this across, and it goes through the time, and you can see the time is changing. So, and as are the metrics. So that gives you that detailed overview. But also while I'm in here, if I go to Task Manager, if I go to Processes, so I can see the CPU load for the or I can see the amount of memory used. So what I can do here is, okay, so what's this this process here? I click on it, and it pulls in, as I said, process, lists what the process is, lists to the manufacturer, and it says TNT GRD XE is associated with connector ID. So I'm able to know that this is a process that's associated with our Stratosphere UX product. And so I know it's a safe process. I don't have to worry about it. And I can just, it rules it out of my troubleshooting process. So then if I just go switch back to view real time, and I'm going to just switch back to this machine here. And just give it a second, and I'm going to go into my script section. So if I go to my store, so here I can see, let's click on this one here. So if I go run, I pick my target. So this is this machine here. So select it, and I hit submit. And as you can see, what it's doing is it's launched a PowerShell window, and you can see what it's done. And it's pulled in a list of all the working software on this machine, all the installed software on this machine. So if I go back to my store, so first of all, just to show you, if I go back to my dashboard, so you can see this machine has an Ethernet adapter, but I want to enable the Wi-Fi on it as well. So if I go to my scripts, go to my store, I go to my Connect Lab Wi-Fi. If I click run on this script, again, pick my target, and there we go. If I hit submit, so immediately starts running. I can see if I click, so it's attempting to connect it. So if I go back to my dashboard, just give it a second to refresh. If I go down now, you can see I now have a Wi-Fi connection on the on that particular machine. So you can see that kind of gives you the how useful those scripts are in kind of, that whole remediation process. You can enable or disable Wi-Fi. It's super quick. So, okay. So if I look at, I mentioned about RBAC. So RBAC, very much a component needed from a security perspective. As you can see, CommandCTRL is a very powerful solution. And what you can do is with the RBAC is obviously create your own roles. We've got one predefined here, roles for help desk, and it gives you access to a certain level of access. But say you've got help desk personnel and the scripting side of things you want to restrict to them. Absolutely no problem. Create your role and go, no access to scripting. And the other thing is that along with the RBAC is there's an audit log within the software. And as you can see here, it's listed all of the things that I've just shown during this demo. It's shown what I did it complete, what was the result, and who it was started by, and when I did it. So, if there is an issue at any point, you have a full audit log of everything that's taken place within this tenant. So if I just go back to dashboard mode here. So I mentioned that, we're very much focused on work from home. So you can see here we have our location data. You've got the external IP, you've got the ISP. But if I click on diagnostics, it pulls in all the diagnostics. So if I click on, say, speed test, it starts running standard speed test. So immediately that will help you in that whole diagnostic process around, is the issue with the end user's Wi-Fi? Obviously, we can see here, there's absolutely no issue here with Wi-Fi whatsoever. So we can just go back to our dashboard view. And then, just to show you, if we go to our script store, it's just as easy to disconnect that Wi-Fi. So again, that's my target machine, and I'll hit submit. And if I go back to my dashboard, you'll now see that the Wi-Fi connection is gone from this particular machine. So as you can see, it's very easy to put all to kind of get all of the kind of metrics you need for your troubleshooting process, and it's very easy. You can even, the other thing is obviously because these are DAS and VDI hosts, you might want to pinpoint a particular user and they might be connected to several machines. Well, this can help you pinpoint because we give you an overview of the UPN of the user and the machine they're associated with. And obviously then with Switch, you have that association built between the cloud desktop and the endpoint. So that again helps the whole troubleshooting process. So we do have, we have obviously online help. We have a Slack community. We will send you all of those details. If you've got any feature requests, you can, within the console, suggest those features and send it through to us for review, and we'll look at it and see if we want to improve the solution. Obviously, there's going to be lots to come with it going forward. But that's just been a brief overview of kind of the 4 key innovations which we're very excited about, and also just to kind of how to get around the solution. So thank you very much for your time.